Hello everyone, my name is Jonas Mahmoud and I'm a tutor at YM Learn. So in this topic, I'm going to be covering topic 3, which is power and roots. So at the end of the lesson, you should be able to work out the square, cube, or indices of any value, know the 7 rules of power, know the 3 tricky rules of powers, understand the square root of any value has a positive and a negative answer, and lastly, you should be able to work out the cube roots and higher roots of values. Okay, so let's go over the worked examples. So question 1 asks, what is 5 squared, or 5 to the power of 2? So to work that out, what you're going to do is you're going to have a look at the number at the bottom, the bigger number, and you're going to multiply to itself the number you see at the top. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 5 times 5, because you see that number 2, it means you have to multiply 5 to itself twice. So 5 times 5 is equals to 25, and that's your final answer. Question 2 asks, what is 5 to the power of 4? So just like the previous question, you're going to have a look at the number at the bottom, which is 5, and you're going to multiply 5 to itself 4 times. So you're going to do 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 is equals to 25, and 5 times 5 is equals to 25. Now we have to do 25 times 25. So 25 times 25, oops, let me just drop that out, times 25. So 5 times 5 is equals to 25. So put the 5 down and carry the 2. 5 times 2 is equals to 10. Add that 2 is 12. So cross out that 2 at the top and put an imaginary 0. Then you have to do 2 times 5, which is 10. So put the 0 down and carry the 1. And then you're going to do 2 times 2, which is 4, times add 1, which is 5. Okay, then you're going to do 125 plus 500. So you're going to do 5 plus 0 is equals to 5, 2 plus 0 is equals to 2, and then 1 plus 5 is equals to 6. So 5 to the power of 4 is equals to 65. So this is your final answer. Now, for question 3, you got, what is the quad root of 625? So the quad root is basically the opposite of 5 to the power of 4. So in this case, we know that 5 to the power of 4 gives you 65. So what this means is, this is basically the opposite of. Okay, so question number 3 asks, what is the quad root of 625? So when you see this symbol, the quad root, we have to think of what number do I have to multiply to itself 4 times to give me 625. So what I mean is 6, so let's say I want to do a times a times a times a. So to give me 625. Okay, so I can rewrite a times a times a times a as a to the power of 4. So when you go through the rules of powers in the latter stages, you'll understand this more clearly. Okay, so you think a to the power of 4 gives me 625. So what could be the value of a? So you can try different numbers. So you can try 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Does that give you 625? You can try 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 4 times and see if that gives you 625. But from the previous question, we know that 5 to the power of 4 gives me 625. So in this case, the final answer is 5.